We have such a special treat today. Chef and cookbook author Anna Olson has made a lot of cookies.
'Tis the season.
And I just learned during the commercial break that there is an art to balancing a cookie tin or a cookie tray that you're giving, because that's what makes some like really stand out and others are just kind of like, oh, there's a pile of cookies.
Yeah, and you can always tell the least favorite because it's the one still left on the plate
Yes, yes.
at the end of the day.
Okay, so what makes a good cookie tray?
A lovely balance of texture, color, and flavor. So here's a selection of all the cookies that you see in front of you. So I'm going to start the mixer on my stracciatella shortbread cookie. So it's got all the feels of a chocolate chip cookie, but it is a buttery shortbread. We've got a chocolate shortbread. You've got an icebox cookie that you can change up the flavors, some crinkles and twinkles, something with a little toffee, a decorated cookie, and then something with a little fruit.
Okay, so I'm going to put this beautiful tray then just over there, and you are making the shortbread right now.
Yes, so a couple key tips when you're making shortbread. The simple steps are the most important. Shortbread is butter rich, and you really want to whip your butter, and in this case icing sugar, well, because that's going to give your cookie structure. If you've ever made shortbread cookie one year and they're fine, the next year they crumble apart, this stuff. Okay. So electric beaters or a stand mixer.
Do you have the butter at room temperature, or do you have it melted? Is it cold?
It's at room temperature. Okay. That way it whips up nicely. The friction of the sugar helps aerate and build in the structure, because you have no egg. It can't be a shortbread if it has an egg in it or baking powder. So I'm adding in my flour, and the key to a really tender shortbread, a bit of starch. And in this case, I find for this recipe, I prefer to use potato starch, because it doesn't have that chalky taste, but it lends to the tenderness. It's actually lowering the gluten content. I'll add a little salt, and as I start mixing this, I'm gonna add in my vanilla. But you know, these chocolate shortbread cookie are very similar. You sub out some of the flour for cocoa powder, and I put in a little espresso. And all of a sudden it gives it a mocha flavor. So when this comes together, this is why you want to use a mixer, because if you were doing this by hand, you'd be there half an hour.
Yes.
The nice thing about shortbread, and I think the reason they're so popular in a cookie tin, is they improve as they sit. They actually get better because they can be a little crisp right from the oven.
Oh, that's right.
But then, sitting in a tin, they kind of hydrate and soften, and you want that shortbread cookie to snap and then just melt away into nothingness.
So you're going to add some chocolate chips.
Yeah. But you know, this could easily be, leave out the chocolate chips, add a little orange zest or lemon zest.
I like that idea.
And now, all we have to do is scoop a couple.
So you've got a melon baller there.
A small portion scoop, or you know, sometimes I'll tip out the dough and just simply roll it into a log and cut it into pieces, because you'll find that the shortbread dough is typically not too sticky. And then...
And you've got parchment paper here on the...
And we've got a nice cookie stamp if you want to press. You could use a fork. Just a little dip of flour, press it down.
Do you have to dip it in the flour every time?
You should.
Okay.
And
so
what you will find with shortbred cookies is they won't move a lot when they bake. And they take a low temperature oven. We'll just...
Okay.
There you go. A low temperature oven, so 300 degrees. And even these little cookies, they take half an hour to bake because they're so dense.
Oh,
You want the heat to slowly get into the center, because you don't want, if you ever had a shortbread that's kind of crispy on the outside and kind of mushy in the center, well, you don't want that. You want it evenly cooked all the way through.
Okay, and what's your low temperature? Is that like about
300 degrees.
300, okay.
Yeah,
all right.
And so you barely see here they are baked. Just a hint of browning on the bottom, but really none on the surface of the cookie. And then, well, there you go.
Okay, thank you. We've got about 30 seconds left. Where can people, you've got a special event coming up in Niagara on the Lake.
Oh my gosh, it's my last public event before the holiday season. I'm going to be at Jackson Triggs Winery this Saturday evening for a special Graze Around wine pairing event. You can get a signed copy of my cookbook. It's lots of fun, and what a great excuse to come down to Niagara on the Lake this weekend.
Okay, thanks so much for sharing. We'll get your links up on our website at chch.com. Thanks for the cookies.